Last April, when Mayor Todd Gloria announced his first budget since taking office, he highlighted proposed cuts to the police department's overtime budget, citing it as evidence he was not handing the police a blank check. And he said the cuts were realistic.
I've worked closely with our police chief to make sure that this is a reasonable cut, one that will not harm public safety or officer safety, and is actually practical and implementable. My responsibility as mayor to manage the organization, to hold department directors accountable for delivering on their budgets. But by working with the police department in advance of making this budget proposal, I'm confident that we can hit these marks and we'll manage to make sure that's the case.
Fast forward to the end of September, only 3 months into the fiscal year, and SDPD had already begun to blow past its overtime budget. The police department says they've had to spend more on overtime than anticipated because of a 20% increase in calls for service. But when pressed for details in a city council committee meeting last month, Police Chief David Nislight gave numbers that showed the year-over-year increase was not 20%, but less than 5%. The 2-year increase was about 18%. Kiara O'Laughlin of the progressive think tank Center on Policy Initiatives says that's suspicious.
It seems to us that SDPD manipulates data by overspending the budget and then finding a statistic or anecdote that justifies that overspending, and there's a real kind of lack of transparency.
Mayor Todd Gloria says he still thinks the overspending on overtime is necessary to keep San Diego safe. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.